Welcome to You Don't Say. Listen to real English conversation as we talk about life around the world, cultural differences, and things that have surprised us on our travels. Now here's your hosts, Abigail and Audrey.
So today on You Don't Say, we want to talk about superstitions. And I'll start by saying that I grew up in Australia, and to be honest, superstitions aren't a big thing. What about you, Abby? Are they a big thing in England?
It's not like a really, really huge thing. Like, people know about them, but they don't follow them. They don't always follow them, and they're not afraid that if they don't follow a certain superstition, then something bad will happen to them. So, no. Yeah.
I mean, I think I grew up more with the concept of a lucky charm, and like you wear something like a four-leaf clover or a rabbit's foot or like the horse's shoe, this kind of like you keep this and you have good luck. And then, of course, like weird things like those letters that, the chain letters. Please send this letter on to 10 people or you will have bad luck for the rest of your life. Although the broken mirror one, I think maybe when you break a mirror, people tend to be a bit like, oh, that's really bad luck. Or maybe the black cat, that's quite universal.
Because if I'm correct, in the UK, if you see a black cat, it's actually good luck. Like, my parents on their wedding day saw a black cat and they were like, oh my goodness, like, such good luck. But I've heard in other countries it's a different story.
Oh, I always thought it was bad luck. So, but then I always started to like black cats because I thought those poor black cats, they have such a bad reputation. So, and they're so beautiful. But anyway, so a bit like a black sheep, and they have these bad reputations. But anyway, but I must admit, when I went to Italy, the concept of superstitions now is another level. There are so many, and you never know when you might do something that will make somebody go, no, be careful. You have to be like, watching yourself all the time. So, for example, I'll give you one simple example. Never thought about it in my whole life. I can't even remember why I had done this, but probably it was a hot day. I had a hat outside and I came home and I put my hat on the bed. my husband went crazy. No, what are you doing? Hat's not on the bed. It's supposed to be connected with death or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but he was like really like serious about it. And to be honest, I didn't think he was somebody who believed in superstitions. But I think in Italy, it's so ingrained in your thinking, even though it's not so logical, you just have to react badly because, you just can't risk having bad luck or something. I don't know. So have you ever had any of this kind of experience?
So when I was in China, I found out that the number 4 there is like seen as an unlucky number because the word in Chinese for death sounds like the number 4. So people, for example, you'd go into a hotel and you'd get in the lift and there'd literally be no floor 4. It'd be like 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah. It's true. I worked with some Chinese people in Japan, and they actually asked to change hotel rooms because they had 4s in their hotel room number. Oh. So, they just refused to stay in the hotel room. So I had no idea either, but It's true. Yeah. And finally, the number 17 is unlucky in Italy, not 13 for us. Yeah. So So Friday the 17th is worse than Friday the 13th.
Oh, it's interesting.
So who knows why? Yeah. What else? I don't know.
And also, going back to China, the number 8 is considered super lucky because the number 8 sounds like the word for, I hope I'm getting this right, it sounds like the word for like money and like wealth. So, for example, there in China, when you need to get a phone number for your mobile phone, cell phone, you go and buy the number. So the numbers that have a lot of 8s in, they cost a lot more money than the numbers that have 4 in.
I imagine it also like for the registration plates on the cars, people want to pay to have 8s on the cars. And on the other hand, in Italy, you have to be really careful with certain things if you want to have like success in love and you want to get married. So, for example, if you sit in a restaurant or at a bar, don't sit on the corner of the table, like, you know, with the corner facing you. Yeah. Otherwise, you won't get married.
Oh.
Or I think also if you're like sweeping the floor, you shouldn't touch the feet of somebody. I think also you have to be careful that you don't pass over on someone's feet because they won't get married either if that happens.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you know, for those people who are single and maybe you've been sitting on the corners of the table.
Stop.
Could be. Stop, exactly. You have to be really careful. Oh. So, so many things. Yeah. So, and then, I think this is quite common. I've seen this in Spain as well. Like when you toast, when you have a drink, you have to look everybody in the eyes. You can't just like look at the ceiling. You need to look at everybody as you're toasting. And this is in Spain and in Italy. And to be even more paranoiacal, if that's a word, you can't do it with water. You can't toast with water in Italy.
So does it matter, like, if can it be like another drink as long as it's not water? For example, can it be a soft drink?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to check with the Italians on it. Maybe it should be alcoholic. I don't know, but I think definitely not water. So yeah, you just don't do it. So yeah, you always have to put some wine in your glass and toast, even if you don't want to drink it.
Wow,
yeah, it's better than water. Yeah. And that's our conversation for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And to be honest, I really would love to hear from all of you about what kind of superstitions you have found while you've been traveling or also just in your own country. Tell us about some of yours. That'd be great. Hope to hear from you.
Thanks for joining us this week on You Don't Say. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a rating on iTunes. Or if you simply tell a friend, we'd love that too. Sign up for our newsletter and get your free podcast study guide. You can find this in the link in the show notes. Listen out for our next show, coming soon.